I now have all of the papers glued on to the file folder journal. And what I've done is just gone through and, oops, there's a little glue there, put on all the base pages. So remember, we put the tags on first and then we put the paper on over top, and it covers our little flap here. So everything is done. We've got all our covers on. Now I just have to decide whether to leave this like that, which I kind of like, or we can take a piece of this green paper and I can probably, let's see, I had done it, but you can't really see it. I was just going to lay this down and like that, the thickness of the book, and probably outline this to give me a pattern, and then I would cut this out. So let's say we do this just to see what it looks like, and then we can decide. I might do this little journal as a giveaway. I haven't done a giveaway in a while. So there, we cut that out. And then this would get glued on to this. And then I would fold this over and we would have the green showing. You know what, I think we're just going to have to go ahead and do that. I think I will just go right ahead and glue that on. Now what I might do is just trim it back a little tiny bit on the ends. Let's see. So that when I put this on, a little bit of the edge will show. And I apologize, my husband is in the background. I don't know if you can hear him or not. He's on the phone trying to get some travel insurance, and I'm sure he's not happy with the quote they're giving him. He's not very happy. Okay, so that will go on there like that. So let's go ahead and glue this guy on. Again, I like the name and the number part showing, and you could name your journal there instead of putting the book plate on. So that's just some options you have. While I have done this in a couple of parts. While I was, before I was getting ready to go to the movies with my mother-in-law, I actually grabbed a red, it's not a file folder, it was a portfolio booklet with a pocket. I wanted to try and make one like this in red for a Christmas book, and then the cards would become like shopping lists and make it for like the Christmas dinner, because of all the different tabs you could have Christmas dinner, shopping, your gift list, your shopping list, you know, that kind of thing. Who to invite, maybe names and addresses of cards that you want to send. You can have like little sections. Okay, so that is glued on like that, and then we're just going to simply fold that over and glue that, and we're going to add some glue to the spine, just a little bit, and to the flap. And you want to make sure you get those edges because it will peel up if you don't. Alright, so we got some glue on there. And then we're just going to pull it over like that. And then I'm going to take these big bull clips and I'm just going to clip those on to hold it in place to get it to glue where I want it to. Okay, so while that's gluing, let's work on our journaling cards. Well, that's drying, not gluing. So here I have 4 journaling cards. And again, I want to use some of this paper up. So we need these to be, this card is 3.5 by 5. So I need it to be 3.5 minus 1/8 and 5 minus 1/8. So I'm going to cut this piece of paper. my 3.5 minus the 1/8. Like that. Perfect. And then the 5 minus an 8. 5 minus an 8. And another one. 5 minus an 8. So I have 2 like that, and then I'm going to try and cut one out of this. 5 minus an 8. And 3.5 minus an 8. Okay. So we have a couple of those. So I'm just going to put them all together like that and put them in my punch here, round out the corners like this. So on one side I will have the paper, and on the other side I will have some lines. Let's make sure we get right to those edges. Okay, so let's do one. Move you guys out of the way. And then we'll put our paper on the back. Now you can distress the edges of the paper if you like and give it a little more distressed look. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to put that on there like there. So there's one journaling card. Do the other ones. And we'll glue these on. I should have put the paper on that side to cover up that little basics sign, but again, these are recycled and I know that, so I'm okay with that. And I will do one more of the journal cards. And put this guy on here. And glue the paper on. I think I just glued a little scrap of something I did. It was stuck to my finger. Let go. I'm just going to slide that guy over a bit. There. Okay, so there's 3 journaling cards. We'll work on this guy in a minute. I haven't decided what color he's going to be yet. So there, and then I'm going to put some tabs on the top of this. I don't know if that will work. Let's see what else I have here. I have these green that I cut from some end papers. That might be all right. So these are the 3 that are going to go in the upper pockets. And we want to glue these on the top so that we can pull them out of the pockets. So just eyeball it and glue those on the top. Like that. And again, the top. And one more real quick. And I'll take out 2 more just in case I do 2 more journaling cards. There we go. And just eyeball it. There. Okay, let's see if this little guy's dry. I'll take those clips off. So we open this up, and one of these will go inside. Let's see, this. So we can do it this way if you like. Still a little bit damp, but those will slide inside the top pocket like that. I don't want to put them in because they're still a little bit wet. And then we have another one that will go in this one. Like that. And then this one here will go in there, like that. Okay, so let's let them dry a little bit before I try and shove them in there. I'll just leave this little guy in there so we see. And then for these pockets, the side pockets, you can either make a little booklet like I did for my other one, or you can make another journaling card and they just slide in this way, and you would put your tab on the top. Where is my other book? Here it is. So for this one, see how the tab opens up when you open the book? That's why I've got the tabs going this way, so they don't flap open. And now we're just going to add some paper to our pages, but this one is the one that I made a little booklet for. And I just used some cardstock and some paper. So you could do that. And then I have another card that just slides in that way as well. So we've got those. This one can be a side pocket, but let's put on some of our papers. Okay, so keep those tabs. You might need those. So for this one, I'm going to add some paper here. Now, you don't have to use Fabri-Tac. Get that out of my mouth. You don't have to use Fabri-Tac to glue your papers in. You can use a glue stick if you like. But I'm just going to go ahead and use what I have in my hand. So we've got our paper here. And this will go on. And again, if you want to just dress the edges of your paper, you can. Just going to hold that up and just give it a quick roll. So there is one lined page, and that will go like that. Now these ones I haven't decided what kind of paper I'm going to put in there, so I'm going to hold off on doing the notched pages and keep gluing in some of the full pages. Okay, so let's glue this guy in. And again, we'll just give it a quick roll just to push it all the way down. And I'm going to continue adding my papers until the end. So now I have all of the lined pages in except for this notched page. I've gone ahead and put all the pages in. And now I'm just going to work on this little notched page, and I think I'm just going to add a smaller piece here and then maybe a little decorative piece at the top, or maybe just attach it to the letter and then leave some room here for you to add your own type of little decoration or whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and add these half pieces. And then I will add this one. Oh, this one has a little birdie on the back. That's probably why I cut that out. Oh well. We're going to use that there. And then on the flip side of this, I think I'm just going to take some little pieces that I've been saving in my, what I call my itty bitty file. Just little pictures or cutouts that I've had that are fall related. And I'm just going to put this little leaf there. We're going to add this piece here. There, and I think I'm going to add a little dragonfly. Like that. Let's see, where can we put him? I think I wanted to touch the paper, so let's add him there. And then for this one, I'm going to add a pine cone. Maybe have it coming off of there like that. So we got a little pine cone there. We're going to add this guy in. I'm just going to bend the book a bit. Put this one here. And I thought I'd add this little basket. There. And then for my, I have this little shovel. There. Now I also have, I'm just going to move this stuff over. These little postage stamps. Now this was actually a collaged paper that came with this kit. And I made these little postage stamps out of them. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to add it in black, like that, or take a piece of the cardstock in the craft color and maybe add that. Or use maybe the file folder color. Let me just see here. Let's grab my postage stamp. And punch something out of this color. Let's see if that might be a better color to use because it matches the file folder. And then maybe use it on the tags. That's what I might do, is just use that. So let's punch a couple of these out. We need 3 for sure. There we go. And we're going to select, how about a pine cone? And we're going to glue it on there. Kind of just playing and deciding what you want to add to each piece. So there's our little pine cone, and then maybe add that to the front there of our, let me just see what this guy looks like. I just think the black might stand out a little bit too much for this rusticy looking file folder. So let's try this one with the pine cone here. So we have that one. Yeah, I like that one. So let's get rid of those because I'm not using those. Let's see, what else can we use? I think there's another little, oh, this leaf might be nice. Yeah, I like that. So let's use him. That one. And that will go on the middle guy. That's nice. That one will go there. And then the last one, where did I put my little piece of file folder? I know I punched a third one. There it is. And then there are other pine cones. Oh, there's an acorn. We could do the acorn, or I thought there was another pine cone. Let's see, which one did I use before? I used that one. Let's try the acorn. Now I'm just going to distress the edges a tiny bit. There we go. We'll glue that one onto here. And that one will go on this one. That one looks kind of plain. What about a leaf? That one looks better. Let's try that one. Where did I just put that leaf? Right here. Like that. Or we can do a brown leaf with a, that's better. And then I thought I'd just take some of these little square pieces and maybe randomly put them throughout the pages. So we put him here like that. That looks nice. So we've got a lot of that going on. So this one here, we could take some of these and maybe just add, or should we put them on the postage stamps? I like my postage stamps. Let's just put them in. Come on, glue. One there. And maybe a pine cone up there. I'm just using my punch here. Make sure that's distressed on the edges. Just makes it stand out a little bit more. The lighter ones, the darker ones, they stand out against the file folder, but the, ew, I'm oozing. Maybe do that one there, or do this one here. Maybe do that one there. There. So we have those on this side. What about, oh, this guy's nice. I like him. Let's try him. Yeah, I like that guy right there. Let's do him. fingers. My finger is stuck where I rubbed the glue on me. And then I kind of like this guy. Let's see. He might be nice. Let's distress his edges. Put him up there. That's nice. We've got that leaf, so we need to do something a little different there. Maybe, what about this guy? Let's take some of that color off the bottom. Distress the edges. Glue. And we can put him down here. Yeah, I like that. So we have kind of something on each page. Oops, wasn't that closing? Close. That one. So we need something maybe there. How about another leaf? We have this green one. That one's kind of nice. Yeah. There. Now we really have our little fall theme throughout the whole book. That one and that one, and then our cover. Okay, so now we want to add our journaling cards. So we've got this one. And we could possibly add, I think, a little something. I don't want to make them thicker because they're hard enough to get in the pockets as they are. So let's just add a leaf without the postage stamp to the bottom of one of these. And then that can go in. Now what I also do is once I've made my pockets, I take my ruler and I just slide it in and rub it up and down along the glue edge. Sometimes you get like a little bit of glue that sticks out, and you want to make sure you've got a nice smooth opening to put your card in. There. So there's one card. We've got those ones and those. And let's add a little leaf or something to this guy. Oh, I like this one. A nice orangey maple leaf. So we'll add that one to the bottom. Let's put it on this side. Right there. And that one can go in there. Make sure it doesn't move. Good. That one can slide in. And we have that. That. And then we have this one. Let's see. What other leaves do we have? Oh wait, we have this pine cone. It's a dark green one. So let's add him to this guy. Actually, I'm going to put it down there and there. I've kind of covered a little bit of that basics word showing that was on my card beforehand. And we just slide that one in. Like that. So I just like to make sure they go in smoothly. Just put your ruler in there and kind of twist it a bit so it kind of lifts it open a bit for you, and then you can just slide your cards in a lot easier. There you go. So there is our basic little journal. I've got this one that I created for the side pocket back here because I wanted it to go with the tab up. And I'm going to go ahead and add one of these little pine cones to it. And then for the other one, I might just create a booklet. So let's put this little pine cone down here in this corner. Like that. And this one will slide inside this pocket. And again, you want to just take your ruler. You don't want to do it too hard. You just want to make room for your card. And it just kind of opens it up a little bit. There, oops, I'm hitting the edge of my, there we go. So there. And then, like I said, I want to create a little booklet to go in here. And I did have another piece of paper that kind of went with that same theme. This is actually part of it, but it's a little thicker. It's actually more like cardstock than paper. So I thought I would make a little booklet to go in there. And we know that the journaling cards were 5 inches by 3.5. So we know the card has to be 5 inches and it has to be 7 inches wide, right? So let's cut that guy. Let's cut off our 7 inches. By 5 inches. Like that. And we're just going to fold this one in half. Corners. I'm going to add something like a pine cone. Actually, I'm going to do it with the postage stamp, whatever my postage stamp is. And I'm going to do the pine cone. See, I'm going to glue this little pine cone onto the postage stamp. And then I'm going to glue that to the front of the book. Close up my glue. Close up my distress ink. And then I'm going to put some paper inside this little booklet and I'm going to slide that in there. So that will be a little booklet. And that will be basically our little file folder journal. And I'll finish that booklet. I'll add some paper to that and sew the booklet with your little cards. Like that. So there you go. There's a basic. Now, I did grab these. I did mention that I had grabbed these, and I'm just going to show you really quickly. I'm not going to make it today, but I'm going to show you. I took my red, it's a portfolio cover thing, and it had a pocket across the bottom, and I've just cut off the top part of this was for 6 inches to give me, and I folded it like the little W. And this one, I used 2 that were wider than my 4 inches, and this one is the 4 inches. And I've cut tabs out of the sides. So this will be number 1, number 2, and number 3. And I'm going to make this one into a Christmas themed one. And I'm going to use old vintage Christmas cards. And then it'll be, the first tab will be for planning your meal. The second one will be my Christmas list for people that I have to buy for. The third tab will be the gifts that I've purchased, where I've bought and how much they cost. And then maybe in the back I will have, or make a little booklet with all the names and addresses, and that will slide in somewhere. So I'll have names and addresses on the back of this one. And maybe this pocket will hold the booklet with all the names and addresses. But that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do for this red file folder, is make a little Christmas one. So again, you can make many different kinds. You can use many different kinds of file folders. You just need to fold them back and cut them to the size that you want. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. And if there's any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to see if you do try to make one. Please post it and tag it to my YouTube video or Darlene's Creative Studio. I would just love to see some of the ideas that you've come up with to make your own little file folder journal. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.